Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Pub Talk. Today is January 15th. It's NFL playoff time. We're back here with another live show for you guys. We're going to talk about the national championship. We're going to talk about the recent all-pro list that has come out for us. And then we're going to get into some NFL playoffs.
Deep dive into NFL playoffs,
But before Pub Talk begins, we want to thank our sponsor, Route 11 Chips. Route 11 Chips, the best chips here in the Shenandoah Valley, with great flavors such as barbecue, Chesapeake crab, and salt and pepper. 25 plus years of being in the business has led to some damn fine chips.
Yes, they are.
So make sure you check out your local stores to grab your chip bag today. Okay.
Get on it, brother.
Let's do it. Viggs,
welcome back.
You're married, and now you're going to be a dad. And you haven't been on
Dude, he
here
did it all in
a
one
long
shot.
time.
Hot minutes.
Yeah.
Been on here.
I wonder why.
Yeah, he's too busy fucking. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Trying to knock up the old lady, huh?
Yeah.
Put the ring on her finger.
Popped one out.
Yeah.
Shortly.
Yeah.
And then I have another guest on here. Hello, Trey. Welcome to the show. I don't have a special name for you, so
Trey's
Trey
fine.
it is. Yeah.
How you doing?
He's a Western PA douche. That's why you got the
Yeah.
yins. He's a fucking yinzer.
I'm a Yinzer. I got my Lucky Steelers shirt on
Yeah.
all weekend. I'm not washing it. Not washing my body.
I'm not going to
Nice,
bed. I'm staying
nice.
up 48 hours and
Yep.
Monday.
Let's
Have
fucking
off.
go.
And I'm smashing beers the whole
I
time.
am. Pat's gonna run me Miller Lights every 2 minutes.
No, he's going to get me a Bud Light right now. Yeah, Patrick's the bartender over there.
Anyway, so another live show here for you guys. We're going to talk about the national championship.
Oh, we
first.
forgot to say we're going to taste 2 beers.
And fuck. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're tasting beers today as
Yes,
well.
yes.
Okay, that's okay.
That's why we're here. It is Pub Talk.
We are going to talk about the national championship, though, because it is the end of college football. Another ending to a season that, to be honest with you, once again, it still pisses me off that there's no bracket system in the FBS.
Yeah,
It still makes me
I
mad.
wonder when they're going to go to that. There are a lot of people say that you're going to take money out of the hands of some of the lesser tier schools by creating. But my whole thing is, you know what? Fuck you. You know, it's you get these bowls and these bowls become the bracket. You
It's
know,
just a
and
cash grab,
yeah,
man.
and
That's
that,
all it is.
I get that you had 6 wins and you were bowl eligible, but guess what? You know what?
All three of you guys are coaches, okay? But now, sure, you're not college coaches, but at the end of the day, these are kids who literally just want a chance to play for the biggest game in their lives, and they can't fucking do that,
Right.
man.
Some
they
of
just can't.
Right.
At the highest form of college football,
Right.
every other sport has a bracket system,
Yeah.
except for Division One
Literally.
football.
Literally every Olympic sport.
Yes.
Every major.
Basketball has it.
Major.
NFL has it. Shit, we got
Yeah,
fucking
baseball.
we got
NHL.
I mean,
Everything has it except for FBS football.
yeah.
It
Which is
makes
crazy.
no
Yeah,
sense.
it does.
And, and for Cincinnati, the people who said, like, why is, Ohio State or Oregon not here? It's like, it's because they fucking lost. And
Right,
Cincinnati
right.
did
They-
everything that they were asked of.
right.
And on top of that, I'm happy for them. Sure, they got their ass kicked, but at least they went out there saying, I finally get a chance.
Right.
I finally get a chance to say, I could play for a national championship. Whatever happens here, though, I'm expected to lose. So who gives a shit?
Right.
I'm going to go out here and play my ass off. In between the two games that happened, Cincinnati
It was-
and Alabama,
It was the better game.
was
Let's
the better
be, Let's be
game.
honest.
that Michigan game was terrible.
Yeah.
It was terrible. The Dogs gave it to them, and then they gave it to Alabama.
Georgia's O-line beat the piss out of Michigan's D-line.
Oh, yeah.
Aiden Hutchinson got mauled.
Yeah.
Mauled.
In a number of different ways, not just because he got beat one-on-one, he was blocked, but there were a number of instances, and I saw the freaking high-def photos of him. He should have had a rape whistle, because dude, they did. He should have had a rape whistle because of the fucking they like Trey said, they fucking mauled him.
Yep.
They did,
Mauled his ass.
but
That video of him on skates, I've never seen him be put on skates.
Yeah.
Literally, I've never seen him get literally taken back by one
But
behemoth person.
we were saying all year, is Georgia going to finally do it, though? Because, like,
Yeah.
a couple years ago they did it where they got to the national championship and they just
they were there all the way to the
fell-
freaking
fell
overtime.
apart by two guys who are going to play in the playoffs tomorrow. But like they just fell apart 2 years ago, and then in the SEC championship game, we're like, you fucking serious? Is this really happening again?
Yeah.
Is Georgia choking again?
The best thing that happened to them is they lost that game. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
you know
Let's
what?
Be
We were
honest.
talking-
Let's be honest.
Sure.
Let's be
Patrick
honest.
and I were talking about that.
Best
That was
thing
the
that could've-
best. That was the best thing that could have happened to Georgia.
Absolutely.
You know, you've seen that in high school. We've all coached high school football, and you've seen that. You've seen a team that's really good, and they need something to fucking kind of kick them in the nuts, let you know, hey, wait a minute, we're maybe not as good as we think we are unless we come together. And then I'll tell you what, they did what they were supposed to do.
I think
40
they
years,
joined,
41 years, something?
1980 was the
Yeah.
last time
Yeah.
that they did it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
41
years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I
good
think-
for Georgia, man.
Yeah, they finally got the monkey off of their back.
Yeah.
And
It took a lot of injuries on Alabama, two huge injuries
Yeah.
for that to happen, but it happened.
And then I know, what was it, Nick Saban at the post game is just like, yeah, you kicked our ass in the fourth quarter. Like, and I
Right.
mean, he was happy for him
Right.
because it's like, look, you played better. You deserve to win better. You deserve to win.
I will say this, the leadership though, N'Kobe Dean did a lot. Did you see that play where it was some sort of mesh?
yeah.
The mesh
And
concept.
the other
it was,
linebacker hit him.
and
Yep.
and then he
47 just ran right into 17.
basically chewed his ass out. But then the next play, you know what that kid did? Made that big stop on that third down.
Yeah, well, that's
You
fucking
know,
what leadership
But
is
that,
all about.
but that whole time where he's like clapping in his face,
Yeah.
like, get your shit together. He's like, I know. I fucked up right there.
Yeah.
Because that's what you do. That's when you take accountability. When you don't push somebody away. You go, I know. I fucked up right there.
Did you
'Cause
see him
luckily, he
pregame?
dropped it.
Did you see his face, the Kobe Dean? Did you see the look on his face in pregame?
You should have seen
Oh,
it
my
after the
God.
game when he's wearing a fucking Alabama hat. at the
That
end of
was
like,
funny.
come on, man.
Yeah,
Who gave him that hat?
he just had this look on his face like I'm fucking somebody up
Because,
today.
dude, he's the smallest guy on the field, but he's
everywhere.
100% everywhere on the field.
Yeah, gotta like guys like that.
I mean,
But-
Davis's damn helmet doesn't fit his damn head. He's
Nothing
wearing,
fits
he's wearing a
Davis.
triple
Nothing
X.
fits
It's-
Davis.
Did you see when Georgia and Michigan came out for the coin toss?
Oh, just
Jordan Davis made Aiden Hutchinson look like a little boy.
Oh my gosh. He is
I couldn't believe the size
he's
of that
a
motherfucker.
he's a freshman, ain't he?
Who?
Davis? No, he's not.
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
think so.
Nah.
I'm thinking of the tight end
Brock-
for Georgia.
Brock
who's a
Bowers.
freaking
He's
Dog.
he's the
He's a
6'7",
sophomore.
6'7" freshman.
Both of their tight ends. It's like, yikes!
And he
They're-
moves like Kelsey a little bit.
They're saying they some of the announcers that have broken down NFL prospects
6'6", 340.
holy
And runs
Jordan Davis, 6'6",
Right.
he runs a
340.
4.8.
like a deer.
But they're saying Brock Bowers
Yeah.
looks like a legitimate NFL tight end as a freshman
Yeah.
in college.
Yeah, and then you have his other.
And that's scary.
You have two tight ends that are NFL prospects.
Yeah, let's take a look at them.
absolutely.
Let's take a look. What's the guy? What's the kid?
Zero
Any-
is the other big
Washington?
I
I
mean,
think
it
it's
doesn't
Washington.
surprise. Georgia has
Darnell
number one
Washington.
recruit.
Yeah.
Darnell Washington's only a sophomore, and he's 6'7", 265, number 0.
dog. But he can move.
He moves relatively well. He's not like
He's not like-
No, he's
Jay.
not Bowers.
He's not like Kelsey. He's
No.
not like those guys. But at 6'7", 265, he moves pretty well.
But
And you know how the NFL is, there's blocking tight ends and receiving tight ends.
Yeah.
and then there's Gronk.
And then there's Gronk who
Well,
does it
no,
both.
there's Gronk.
That's a different breed.
Yeah.
Yeah, person.
And then what was the other tight end?
Brock Bowers, number 19.
19. Yeah.
I just wanted to bring up something to you, Viggs, because like we were talking about this before the show. So North
Brock
Dakota
Bowers
State,
is only 6'4", 230. Brock Bowers, 6'4",
Well,
230.
but he is-
He's lean. He's lean, but he runs well.
Yeah,
He runs. They
well.
say he runs a 4.4.
Yeah, he runs well.
but
That's incredible.
Freshman,
Dakota
Napa,
State
California.
won their 9th national
Right, yeah.
championship in 11 years. They put up a graphic on the TV between them and Alabama, and they're 141-9 in 11 years.
And Alabama would beat them by 4 touchdowns
But still,
any day
like,
of the week.
In 11 years, they have as
Or Georgia
many
would have beat their
losses in
Georgia.
total in those years as they do national championship wins in those years. for
That's
North Dakota
absurd.
State.
I played against North Dakota State in college. When you go out there,
You
don't-
played
they
in
don't-
the dome?
I played in the dome.
He went to Eastern Illinois.
Well,
I went to Indiana
no,
State.
All right, you
yeah.
say.
Yeah.
Well,
But
yeah.
They don't make one mistake. If
Yeah.
you
They
take
are-
one wrong step, they're capitalized. You're
and they
probably
are-
on your head.
and they are as sound as a football team as you
it's
ever.
incredible.
Yeah,
imagine.
well, we've talked about that. We've talked about teams, having been around and stuff like that. We talk about teams. It's not what you fucking do; it's how you do it.
Exactly.
And so when you go out there and you have a simplified offense, because let's face it, their offense isn't. When you can line up in 31 personnel, 32 personnel, and fucking just beat people's doors in,
And
what are you going to do about it?
Power right down your
Yep.
throat.
How
with
many
a
ways?
white running back every year. Every single fucking year.
How many
one that
times?
they do.
How many times are you going to freaking take power in your teeth? Because that's what you're going to get out of
Well-
them. And they have different flavors, right? They got their vanilla flavor of power off tackle. They got the Rocky Road. They got their Neapolitan. They got fucking butter pecan. They've got all these varieties, but it's still at the end of the day, it's power off tackle, and they fucking murder you with it.
It's one of the things that, as a JMU alum, we were a team that
I don't even-
stopped their reign for one.
Oh
that
yeah,
one year.
yeah.
We went into their dome and we beat them, and everyone's on this high that we can do it all the time. I'm like,
Right.
What made that team so special that they were able to do that is because they didn't do anything tricky. They didn't do anything special or anything. They just played their game, and eventually it worked out for them.
Yeah, there's something to be said for that. I don't care what level of football it is. If you can start and run power off tackle and be a power football team, that opens the door to throwing the ball. And then you throw because you want to, not because you have to. You move the sticks, and they just grind on your ass.
And then the next two times that we played
They'll
them,
send somebody flying down.
Yeah, and the next thing you know-
Carson Wentz, Easton Stick, Trey Lance, they'll just throw that.
Yep.
thing.
Yeah, they freaking run that power off tackle, and the dude fucking boots out, and they run
It-
that freaking
it-
sailing tight
it
end
sets
across
up-
the formation.
it
You're
sets
like,
up-
motherfucker.
It sets up that sail.
You
that
you
tight end
take
over
your
the middle.
visor and you fucking
And then-
throw it on the ground. And you're
and then
all
the next
set.
year when I worked for the team, when we went to Frisco and played them, it was like a second fucking homecoming to them. It was
Yeah.
a sea.
Well,
of
you
gold.
know what?
A
It's one of the
That's all they
things.
have.
One of the things that
Yeah, it's
that's
really-
what
one of the things that I
That's
just
why they won't move up to FBS because they just don't have a huge school. They just don't
Right.
have that many.
The
No.
environment
Sports.
there
Yeah.
for a game, you fly in, nothing but dirt. I mean, there's not even a damn weed on the ground. And you look out the
He's not
window,
wrong.
and there it is. There's just Fargo, North Dakota.
And then there's the dome, and you go.
I thought we take care of
"That's
this
my
right here in
hell."
Brainerd. Did you ever see freaking Fargo, the movie Fargo?
But anyway,
Put somebody in
I
a
just
wood
wanted
chipper.
to say that, and then Alabama has won 5 national championships.
Yeah.
in that span.
Yeah, I just there's something about the expectation of winning, right? If you expect to win because that's what you do, then it's really hard to beat them because you have to execute on their level, and then at some point your athletes have to beat their athletes because that's the only way you're going to win.
And you know what their athletes are? Their athletes are guys who have ingrained in their brain just
Yeah,
play
they-
football the right way.
Yeah,
And they
he-
do. Every single fucking year they do.
Yeah, he came from somewhere in a little podunk town in Montana, and he's 6'6" and 350, and they made him a right tackle, and
Or
he goes
Wisconsin.
outside. He goes outside barefooted when it's 0
every
degrees,
time
and he
how,
got
how
freaking
long can you grow your beard and hair? And
Right,
just get mean
and
as
he-
shit?
right, and he's got
Yeah.
bib overalls,
Yep.
eating a freaking turkey sandwich, and fucking
Um,
with a big fat dip in, and a Pabst Blue Ribbon in his other hand.
Okay, so let's move on to the other good football, though, the NFL. Real quick before we get into the playoffs, the All-Pro list came out yesterday.
First team.
First team All-Pro.
All right, here we
Yeah.
go. First team All Pro.
And
I'm
for,
going to go
new
right down
people
through here.
Who will listen to this later? The All-Pro list specifically it's different from the Pro Bowl, where the All-Pro list tells you were the best at your position
Right.
in the NFL.
These
And
are
then
the top two top
and
two
then
players in
second
each.
team, you were the second best.
Right.
But first
Loser.
you were the best. And every single year, there's always a couple. This year, though, it's like I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. But right off the bat, at
They
the
were
qu-
drunk when they made the list. Let's
at
be
the
honest.
quarterback position, right off the top.
Yeah.
How the fuck is Aaron Rodgers first team when he's not even in the top 5 in any stats? He's not even in the top
Completion
5.
percentage, maybe. I like his completion
I mean-
percentage. And well, the other thing is
Okay,
his
but he's not-
his touchdown to interception ratio is ridiculous.
Well,
30.
even his-
What is he?
even-
37 to 4,
Even
something
his
like
career, He's thrown less than 100 interceptions in his career.
But Tom
Yeah.
Brady has 5,300 yards, 45 touchdowns. Okay, 12
and
interceptions.
he was out there with a walker.
He's literally beating Father Time every single moment.
But he also has lost some significant pieces around him.
Okay, and they still have the same fucking record as the Packers.
I know. I'm agreeing with you. I'm giving you an agreement.
I'm sorry, but they literally have the same record as the Packers.
Yeah,
And
there is
fucking
no one
pinnacle.
as good as AB was, and when he went fucking haywire, who knows what the whatever.
And you know what? He left the game, and Cyril Grayson came fucking in and beat the Jets.
All right, so
Because he had Tom Brady behind.
yeah, and don't sleep on Scotty Miller. But here's my thing: is there isn't one fucking guy on the Buccaneers that runs a route and with the speed and precision that Devontae Adams does. Not one.
No way.
Not one.
I wish fucking Tom Brady had him. I wish he did. Right? But he doesn't. He has Mike Evans, who gets a fucking ankle sprain every 2 weeks.
You know what? Mike Evans takes a beating. He does.
He does. But I'm saying he's not Devontae Adams.
Right? He's not.
He's not.
He's not.
Yeah,
Devontae Adams.
yeah,
And I will say this.
Tier B.
So let's go down this
Devontae
list.
Second tier,
tier
yeah.
A.
So let's go down
Best-
this list.
best route
Obviously,
runner in the NFL.
obviously the freaking who selects the All-Pro team. Let's go.
Now,
Let's start with that.
It's a bunch of old men who sit around a table.
So there
How
are
does
50.
that-
There are 50 media members, right? Include 5 players who were unanimous. The All-Pro rosters are voted on by a national panel of 50 media members. That's who selects it. So when it started out with Aaron Rodgers, he got the Rodgers rate, and they freaking want to suck his greasy long hair because he's a fucking asshole, and I don't know why anybody won't say it. He's so bad for the NFL, it's fucking ridiculous.
Who?
Aaron Rodgers is a fuckhole. So
He also
when
got
you
me in
look at
prison after what he
because
did.
he's a Bears fan. I don't know.
for you to go in and say I own you, fuck you. Fuck you. You're bad for the game.
It was 8 weeks ago.
I don't
Let it
care.
go.
I don't care. I don't care. He's a dickwad. You don't freaking. He was also another one. Freaking AB got suspended for 4 games for faking a fucking vaccination card. Well, what the fuck? He said he got vaccinated. He didn't get vaccinated. And they fucking kissed his ass and said it's
prison.
It's okay, Aaron. It's okay. You do Allstate commercials or whatever, State Farm or whatever
Yeah,
fucko
but-
commercial that is.
Jake from State Farm.
Jake
Be
from
upset.
But
douchebag.
then it did come out that like he is allergic to
Not
the
Jake, my boy,
vaccine.
Jake Smith.
He is
He-
allergic to it.
That's why
That's Jake from Middletown. That's a whole different cat.
Uh,
Jake from Middletown would whoop the fuck out of Jake from State Farm in a second. And I would pay money for Jake from Middletown to fucking do that. I would love to watch that.
You got to get Jake from Middletown. on
Yeah,
that.
he said he would, but he doesn't. He sucks. All right, so so what are you doing? Oh, you were trying to listen. Okay, so Aaron Rodgers, first team All Pro, and I'm hanging him out there and I'm freaking busting his nuts, but at the same time, you cannot deny the talent that he has. You just can't.
I mean, he doesn't practice and he's going out there.
Right,
You know.
You watch him throw the ball, it's like he just goes, eh. He just flicks, and the ball just rockets out of his hand.
Okay.
So I get all that.
Aaron Rodgers
I'm just
now.
saying. I'm not
You
going to
won a
deny.
game in 1985. Let it fucking go. Okay?
No, I'm telling CJ. What my whole thing was, I know I rag on him, and I will continue to rag on him, but I will not. You simply won't deny his talent. He's a talented
I get
player.
that.
At running back, first team running back is Jonathan Taylor from the Colts.
course.
What did he rush for? About 1,800 yards this year. 1,800
should
yards
be an
rushing.
MVP.
No,
He's very good
Oh my goodness!
until he came up against the GOAT and Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars who took him down, who saved our season.
Who got the Steelers into the playoffs?
Yes,
Damn right we
yes,
did.
yes. Mark
Yeah.
Andrews, tight end from the Ravens.
Well,
There's some good tight ends out there, but Mark Andrews
He
had a hell of
hell
a season.
He had
Hell of a season.
Ravens records.
3 receivers. Devontae Adams,
Yep.
Yes.
obviously. Cooper Kupp
Yep.
had
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
freaking
Yeah.
legendary
Almost broke
season.
both-
And
both
Debo Samuel from the 49ers.
What,
I
what do you
disagree.
classify him as?
I love Debo.
What do you?
I-
What,
I love
should,
him
should there be
too.
like an athlete like
or
Athlete,
hybrid.
Here's-
Hybrid.
or
Here's,
like a?
Hybrid.
here's the thing
something.
about Debo,
It's
though,
like
is
Cordell. But it's like Cordell Patterson. Like how do you
Cordell
label him?
Patterson.
Yeah.
How do you label him?
Best player in the NFL. That's how you label
Here's
him.
the thing, though.
Well,
Best all-around player in the NFL?
Here's
no.
the thing, though.
Fucking
about
A, he
Debo.
is.
Debo.
I think he's great.
All right.
But
Cordero
dude,
Patterson.
Justin
Hands down.
Jefferson, like this year, man, he literally almost broke
But
Randy
that's what I'm
Moss's
saying.
record.
Like,
It's
like
when you're associated with Randy Moss, I think you deserve fucking something, man.
Yeah, and Justin Jefferson is the number 2 receiver overall in terms of overall stats.
Yes.
167 targets, 108 receptions, 1,600 yards receiving. 1,600 yards.
yeah,
That's 60
Dude
more
went off
yards.
on my fantasy team. Like, you got to give him some love
60
right there.
more yards than first-teamer Devontae Adams.
But he's got A-Rod.
And
So, of course, he's going to get the ball a lot.
10 touchdowns. Debo Samuel's only had 6.
I like Debo. He's the reason that they're in the playoffs to begin with. Like, he is. That Rams game was ridiculous in what he did.
Uh-huh.
But at the end of the day, overall production-wise, the stats don't fucking lie here on how Justin Jefferson is not up there.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
And when you look at the ratings, the top 3 receivers, Cooper Kupp, Justin Jefferson, and Devontae Adams. Those are the top 3 guys. And then throw in freaking Jamar Chase, who's pretty fucking good too.
Yeah.
Who makes things happen, you know?
Absolutely.
So let's go down to those are our receivers. I guess we could do O-line. Nobody is going to sit there and argue the fact that these 4 O-linemen or these 5 O-linemen aren't who they say they are. Left tackle Trent Williams, of course, that's like freaking backing up a dump truck to your offensive line. Tristan Wirfs, second-year guy out of the Bucks, huge right tackle.
Can you believe he fell to them? I still can't believe that he fell to that spring draft. Remember we were talking about that on the draft special?
Yeah, we Zach Martin of the Cowboys, he's a perennial All-Pro guy, and then of course Jason Kelce of the Eagles. How could you not? He's the best. He's the best offensive tooled lineman in the NFL right now. He just is. He's that good, and he's a hell of a leader. You cannot deny freaking
That's who you
Jason.
build their line around.
Hell yeah, and he's been like that since he came into the league. You know.
He's good.
So let's look at first team defense. Edge rushers. TJ Watt.
Defensive
of
MVP.
course.
MVP. If he doesn't get it,
It's a travesty.
Rick.
I'm
It's
burning
Rick.
down a house.
I don't know.
With nobody in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Myles Garrett on the other side. Edge rusher.
Oh, but sorry. I was figuring something out.
Yeah.
TJ Watt, last year he had 20 sacks. Okay, what the fuck? I don't think for a second that Aaron Donald should have won it last year. There's also, like, TJ Watt, now he's tied the record. Dude, he had 4 sacks against Cleveland. He had 17 and a half at one point. He also missed 2 games this year.
Yes.
He also
Did he
missed
have
2
an
games.
issue with his
And
groin? Was it a groin or a thigh
And then
injury
that
or something like
first-
that?
I think.
And then that
it was
first
groin.
non-sack that didn't happen, apparently, where,
Well,
they
we
fumbled the ball.
we talked about that. I was talking with some people.
Once it hits
And we
the-
couldn't-
Once,
we
it, once it hits the ground, though, isn't it considered a run play?
I was thinking it reverts to a TFL.
But he
Right.
tried.
And so rather than a pass play, it becomes a tackle for a loss. But my whole thing has always been you tackle, you make a sack, that is in and
You
of
tackle the
itself a
quarterback,
tackle
I
for a
think.
loss.
And you
Behind the
tackled
line of scrimmage,
quarterback,
it's still a
too.
loss. Yeah, but I think that it has to be a clearly defined pass.
Because let's not
Attempt.
forget about Michael Strahan's record-breaking last sack against Brett Favre.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Have you seen that
Where he falls down.
where freaking where Michael Strahan breaks the record and he freaking tackles Brett Favre, and Brett Favre looks like he bends down to pick up a cigarette that was on the ground and he's going to smoke it,
then
and Michael Strahan goes, "Yo, don't be picking that up," and then he's like, "Let me cover you." Drop and cover, and then he
gets
covers.
on the ground, and he's like, "Oh my god!
Oh, I can't believe I
I did it."
broke the record. It's just
Man,
like
eat
he should have
shit.
been going, I can't believe I won it this way because I look like a fucking douche and I can floss with a piece of fucking rope.
Yeah, like it did.
He needs to get some.
I can fall.
Like everything about that sack, I go, how does this one not count? But
What
Yeah.
a battle
but he
rope in
tied
there.
it,
Yeah.
and if he doesn't get it this year, man, like what does he have to do?
He needs one more. That's what he has to
Because
do.
if you keep going down the list, I'll tell you someone else who should not be on this.
All
list.
right, so let's go down. Aaron Donald. He's a fucking.
You heard.
He's a
What do you
machine.
think,
Game
Miles
changer.
Garrett?
He's a
I
machine.
think that he should.
Uh,
He's a hell of a
Cam
player
Hayward.
this year.
Cam Hayward's about as stalwart a freaking defensive lineman that he's good.
He's Iron Man,
Yeah.
dude.
He's Ironhead. He's the son of
He's
Ironhead.
Ironhead, yeah.
He's the son of
and
Craig.
just when
Craig
he's-
Ironhead.
When I
Darius
see him-
Leonard from the Colts at linebacker. Micah Parsons at linebacker. Defensive rookie of the
He had a
year.
hell of a year.
Absolutely.
Harrisburg Cougars.
Remember watching that?
Yeah. We were there. Watched them get their ass kicked. Linebacker Devondre Campbell from the Packers. Trayvon Diggs. You can't say enough about that
No.
dude. He's a freaking interception machine.
No, he should not be on that list.
Why not Trayvon Diggs? Leads the league in freaking.
Yeah, he also leads the league in most yardage given up as a cornerback. He's given up 1,000 yards in coverage this year.
and you got to think about who he's matched up to. He's probably matched up against people's number ones.
Yeah.
And how many times have we freaking talked about this? If you're going to undercut something, what you better fucking get it. If you're going to
and
undercut
It's going.
Right,
And
it's
on
going to
top
house.
of that, top of that, a lot of those early interceptions up in the air, just chucking them up. An interception, don't get me wrong, it's good. But when I see, and he's also regarded as one of the worst run defender cornerbacks in the NFL.
Well, they said the same thing about Dion.
Yeah, but-
Trayvon Diggs is only in his second year. Let's not fucking rain on his
but
parade yet.
when I think of a cornerback, when I think of him to Jalen Ramsey, I go, dude, Jalen kicks his ass every day of the week. The person who should have been ahead of him.
The thing about Jalen Ramsey is he is a far better tackler. He's much better around the box. It's almost like having
But I'm just saying,
a
like
super
yardage
strong
given up-
safety.
Trayvon
maybe
doesn't punch his
a light
teammates, though.
linebacker near the box.
But like I said, 1,000 yards in coverage, man.
Yeah.
That's fucking terrible.
11
That is the
He's
most
got
in the NFL.
I don't know how you can take away the fact that he's got 11
And
INTs.
I'm not. But like a
That's
guy
a hell
like
of a season.
Yeah.
but like AJ Terrell out of Atlanta, he's given up 280. That's literally 700 less than fucking Trayvon Diggs. I
Yeah.
disagree that
The
he
other
should be on
corner,
that
the other
list.
corner is Jalen Ramsey, and
He
he's
just fights his own
Yeah.
teammates. Come on now.
Yeah, and so does
because that's
Joe
how much
Judge's
he wants
team.
to win.
Yeah.
So does Joe Judge's
people
entire
can say
team,
what they
though.
want about Ramsey's mouth. When you're out there one-on-one, it's just a head game. He wins the head game every time.
Right.
Except
People
against
are so
Tom
scared
Brady.
to line up against him because he's
Right.
going to get in their head.
Right.
Except against Tom Brady. 'Cause he can't get in his head. I'm just
No-
saying,
no-
like
nobody
that's,
gets in his head.
that's the one. Richard Sherman did it once. It didn't fucking work
Tried,
out.
and
for him.
and Richard Sherman even admitted that. It's like
And now
I
he's on
should
his
have.
team
I should
trying to win
yeah,
a Super Bowl.
yeah, and he's not active this week. I don't think.
No, he's not.
Who's
He's
that?
not.
Rich
Sherman.
Sherman.
Oh,
Sherman's not active.
Um,
But let's go down the finish with the two safeties: Kevin Byard from the Titans and Jordan Poyer from the Bills. So
Yeah.
you can argue probably every position except for center.
Yeah.
You're not beating Jason Kelsey. You're
no,
not.
I'm not arguing.
I'm
for
just saying.
over TJ.
No, I'm not. Oh well,
I'm not arguing 22 and a half sacks.
Yeah.
I'll put this guy.
Well,
no, I'm not fucking doing it.
Yeah. After the
Max
season he
Crosby
had.
maybe over Myles Garrett, maybe that,
Maybe.
but not even that. Nobody beats out TJ. Yeah, nobody does.
Kicker is Justin Tucker. Okay,
Yeah.
fucking kickers. Fuck them. Second team quarterback. They're fucking kickers.
They
Second
practice for
team.
30 minutes of practice and then they don't do anything.
They're
else.
over there smoking, eating sandwiches.
talking to the long snapper about how they fucked this girl last weekend, and that
Right.
was about it.
Oh, I got a cool car. I got a Volvo. And I put up the dog cage in the second row of the seats. It's tremendous.
Yeah.
You want to see me kick again?
And then
Second team quarterback Tom Brady. Statistically speaking, as good a season as he's ever had in his 47-year career.
that's what I'm
Really?
saying, though. Is Father Time. How does that
Right.
not beat out Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers, man?
Right.
That doesn't
The thing that
make
gets
no
me
sense.
is there's no second team running back. Are you telling me that freaking Nick Chubb isn't worthy of a second team running back? There is none. There is no second team choice for All Pro. None.
I mean, I'm not
Derrick
trying to toot our
Henry.
own
Derrick
horn, but I
Henry's
think Najee had a
shoes.
hell of a year.
Derrick Henry.
What? There's no second.
They don't
Nope.
do a second team running
They
back.
should, but there is none. There was none selected.
Why?
I don't know why,
Running
but there
backs
was.
are so disrespected in the NFL.
Yeah,
right now.
and yeah.
Which is why, last year King Henry didn't get MVP because Aaron Rodgers got it again.
Yeah, Aaron
I
Rodgers.
mean, you couldn't even put all right. So you're not even gonna put Najee up there for all the stuff that he had to deal with.
Yeah,
1,000
I'm just
yards
telling
as
you
a
about
rookie.
Nick Chubb.
With a horrible line.
Well,
Let's do rushing. Let's look at-
Granted, I'm a Steelers fan, but I might be a little biased.
I can hit the rushing.
Harris
I can
had
hit
a hell
the.
of
But he had a hell of a year behind.
I can hit the rushing Chubb.
Terrible
Here it
offensive
is.
line.
Two rookies.
Nick Chubb.
A whole
Nick
new
Chubb.
line.
Nick Chubb rushed for 1,260
He didn't
yards.
get-
Nothing. He's number 2 overall in rushing this year.
How many
His name
TDs
is
did he
Dion.
have?
I don't know, but he went off to my
8.
fantasy team.
He had 8. The other one, Joe Mixon from Cincinnati, since he rushed 1,200 yards, had
Fuck him.
13 rushing touchdowns.
How does he not? Oh,
Najee
wow.
Harris had 7, but
Let
Najee
me
rushed
guess,
for
this-
1,200 yards.
He
this
also
season.
had a bunch of receiving yards as well.
Yeah, well, this is just rushing.
Let me guess. Chris Sims made this list.
Who got
Fuck
receiver?
him.
Who got
Fuck Chris-
receiver?
We said that.
Oh, who did?
We
No,
said.
who got second team
Oh, we didn't
receiver?
say second team receiver.
Oh, we didn't get there yet.
Yeah.
We're not on that list. We just did the offense then. Coming down, tight end, second team tight end. Travis is fucking cockhole. Kelsey.
I think Kittle's
Uh,
better this year.
Who?
I think Kittle's better this year. But that's just me.
But he was dinged up in the middle of the season.
Fine, I won't. It's
Okay,
fine.
so
It's fine.
I don't dislike the choices that they have Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. Those guys,
still think that Justin was better than Debo, though.
yeah, he was.
just me.
He was
That's just me, man.
statistically he was better.
Yes.
He was better. We don't need to do the offensive lineman. Wyatt Teller,
That's a
Liberty
shout
High
out.
School from Bealton, Virginia, second
Hey.
team All Pro.
Carries
At
alligators
right
on the
guard.
back.
Yeah. I will say this: Corey Lindsley's good fucking center. Like him too. Second team defense: Robert Quinn of the Bears.
I mean, he
Had a good
he broke
season.
Richard Dent's record.
Yeah,
man. That's
I'm
fucking
saying he
unreal.
just had a great scene. Max Crosby,
Love him.
a fucking hard charger, hard
He looks
nosed guy.
like you.
Love that too.
Two full
Probably why you
sleeves.
like him.
Yeah.
Quinn and
Facts.
Crosby, the 2 edge rushers, second team. Defensive line, Chris Jones of the Chiefs. He's pretty fucking tough. Dude is tough.
He's
Jeffrey-
He's Ironhead, though.
Jeffrey Simmons of the Titans. Linebackers, Demario Davis of the Saints. Roquan Smith of the Bears. And Bobby Wagner of the Seahawks. Bobby Wagner's fucking he's just a
He's
stud.
on a terrible
Mastermind.
defense, but he is the shining light
Yeah.
every single year for that defense. Every single year, man.
Cornerbacks, J.C. Jackson of the Pats, A.J. Terrell of the Falcons, and safety, Justin Simmons.
How
Uh,
does J.C. Jackson say?
Micah Hyde from Denver, Buda Baker from Buffalo,
He's pretty
and
good.
Buda Baker's from
Cardinals.
Cardinals.
They all received
Then
the
Micah
same.
Hyde's from Buffalo.
Micah Hyde's. I'm Justin Simmons from the Broncos.
Why'd you say Micah Hyde?
Micah Hyde's with the Bills.
Yeah.
Buda Baker's with the Cardinals. They all received the same number of votes. So
I'm just looking at the time. That's Tom when he was little.
second team special teams. Okay, great.
Who cares?
Yep. So there's your all pro list. What's the one person that people just completely forgot
The one person?
that shouldn't be on there that should be? Anybody that really stands out that you think could have gotten screwed?
Could have gotten screwed. Maybe even like I would say maybe. I know you proved me wrong, but like Kyle Pitts had a hell of a year this year for a rookie.
Yeah.
Nah, I wouldn't say him though.
Yeah,
He's first team.
team.
Yeah, he's first team. Of course.
All right. Let's take a look at this. I always look at this up. I always look this up. There's called a winners and losers list with it. Obviously, we know who the winners are from each position. Tyreek Hill, nowhere to be found.
You know who could have been a second team all pro running back is Damian Harris from New England. He had a he became the starter this year and he took off for
He's
them.
an Alabama guy, right?
Yeah. He took off for them this year. for New England at least.
About 24 out of the 32 running backs from Alabama.
Yeah.
If you didn't realize that.
Yep.
Nick Bosa, maybe
Mm.
the Trey Hendrickson kid from freaking
Oh
Cincinnati.
my God, I forgot about him.
Who else? Minka Fitzpatrick, safety from Pittsburgh.
Minka-
He
Dude.
was hurt a little bit
Ah.
this year.
He also
was
didn't
out.
have any interceptions. Like he was
he-
more of a
he-
tackler, but
he-
he's a hell of a player. He is.
I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't put him in an all pro.
All right, well,
He was
just
first,
throwing.
He was
Yeah.
first
Yeah,
team
it's coming
last
from a
year.
I always
Steelers
look.
fan.
I always look.
Last year he was phenomenal. I mean, because he got first team last year, but like, yeah, this year he was just a tackling machine. He wasn't really like
Because
a ball
fucking
hawk.
Devin Bush couldn't make a goddamn play. That's why he had so many
You're
damn
telling
tackles.
me, man. You're fucking telling me, dude.
Like, no offense to Joe Sherbert, he sucks too.
And also, fucking Ironhead is literally on the third level getting tackles somehow. Cam is literally getting tackles in the back in like the third level. That's
You
what,
know who people tend to forget about every year? Fletcher Cox,
Yeah,
interior D lineman. If you
Eagles.
watch his film, it is
the last time he won it was the Super
Don't-
Bowl year because that was when
Yeah.
he was. That's when he was literally.
I mean, when
physically
he clubs a center, a guard, their feet. leave
Another
the
one is
ground.
Javon Hargrave. Another one's Javon Hargrave.
He's
He's had
good, too.
he's had a resurgence in Philly since they moved him to a 4-3 because he's just been. Another one on there is Darius Slay. Darius Slay only had 360 yards in coverage given up and 3 touchdowns, like 3 pick sixes this year. I get it, 11 interceptions for Trayvon Diggs, but like if your stat that sticks out to me is 1,000 yards given up receiving. Like, dude, what's going to happen in this game when you don't get an interception?
I mean, but they are looking at they're looking at the interception stats. That defines a corner. Not about. I mean, you could give up a ton of yards, but you might
I
not
get
give
that.
up. You might not give up any touchdowns.
But that's what I'm saying about like a guy like AJ Terrell is like he's a Clemson guy and he's formed into like he's second team all pro and like he doesn't give up like any touchdowns. He doesn't give up any yardage either.
How many touchdowns has Diggs given up? A lot.
He's given up 10.
I think it said 2.
I thought it was way more
2.
than that.
Oh, I can check.
'Cause I looked on like Pro
Because
Football
if it's 2, I can see why he's first team. Yeah.
I can look it up.
10.
Now if 10,
He's
then
got
they
11.
went-
He's got 11 picks.
Yeah.
Let me. I'll do it real quick.
PFF, you can go to because PFF does a lot of good in-depth analysis on players and how. Let me type in.
Here it is. Let me see.
I still can't believe him and Stephon are brothers.
He has given up. Okay.
Was that right with 2?
No, hold on. This is
Trayvon.
so as a rating for PFF, he's given a 59.6.
He's actually long.
Touchdowns allowed 5.
So he's
He
given
gave up 5.
Yeah.
He's given up 962 yards, which is the most by any corner in the NFL. He's allowed 5 touchdowns, which is in the top 10, ninth most.
Now I wonder how many of those 5 were within the red zone versus bombs.
Right.
I don't know. Do they break that down? But now you're getting nitpicky. But if you got the best receiver every game, I
Yeah, here it is. Coverage snaps, targets, most yards, ninth most,
Yeah.
most interceptions.
How many times? Where's he at in targets?
He's
third
most targeted cornerback.
Yeah. So they're going after him, and he's still got 11 picks and only giving up 5. You're the third most guy. How many total targets does it say that?
93.
93 total targets
So
they've thrown.
so
at him.
out of
Just
out
do
of-
the math on
out
that
of,
alone.
But here, out of 600 pass plays, 93 times he was targeted.
Yeah. Just do
he
the
only
math.
Gave up, he only gave up 5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a percentage.
Yeah. Oh, just doing the math on 93 minus what you said, 5 touchdowns, 93 targets. 93 minus 5 divided by 93 is, he's got a 92% efficiency rating. So if you
pretty
throw
damn
at him, the
good.
chances are you're not scoring. So, but he's giving up yards and he's giving up in huge chunks. So, I mean, one could argue that, but at the end of the day, with 11 picks and you're the most.
Now, if he had like 3 picks, I would
So
say no.
one could also argue the fact that you threw at him 90 times. It's no wonder he got 11 interceptions because he threw COVID. Sorry, I had to cough.
Super spreader.
Sorry.
Oh.
All right,
COVID.
shut up.
I already had my boosters.
All right, let's go on to the playoffs, though.
All right, let's take a
We're
look.
getting
At
down to
Playoffs.
the wire here, though. The Bengals are going to play the Raiders first.
Yep.
Cincinnati for the
6-point
first time
favorites.
since 2015 get a chance. But as Trey and I know, and you, Viggs, this is a completely different led team than what you experienced 6 years ago, and a team that I respect a lot more now that Marvin Lewis is not their head coach, because Marvin Lewis is
And Andy Dalton's not the one throwing the ball.
and that redheaded fuck.
There it is. I was waiting for it.
Yeah. Now instead they have a badass who's more confident than any other player I
Just
think I've
smoking
ever seen.
stogies all day, every
Dude,
day.
I think it was yesterday they said like 2 years ago today the GOAT was made where he's just in the back room smoking a stogie and just enjoying life.
I think he's one of my favorite college players of all time.
Oh yeah,
'Cause he's American
that
badass.
team, man.
I love him.
He's
When he
American.
came out with that X on senior night on his jersey,
Dude, when
respect.
he in the national championship, like in the middle of the game when the game's not over and he's doing this to his coaches, like put a fucking ring on me. I'm like, dude, this guy's insane.
Go Tigers.
Smooth with it too.
Yeah, dude.
Go Tigers.
He's just smooth with everything. But anyway, but then you have the Raiders who get in, they beat the Chargers in a game where we're like, this isn't fucking happening, right?
That was a really
is
good
not
game,
a
though.
tie that
I
is
was
happening
asleep.
right
That- that was a
Sorry,
good
I
game.
realized it. I watched it.
but it's okay because at the end of the game you're like, this is not happening. This is not. Every Steelers fan is literally like this is not fucking.
Just
And then-
remember,
There's no tie.
And then
That's all you needed.
there was a sound clip. There was a sound clip with freaking Herbert on the sideline, and he was like, "I never thought I'd want a tie more than ever right now.
Yeah,
I'd take a
so
tie
they
right
tie,
now."
They go in and
They
go
get
with the
in,
Steelers.
and
Yeah.
then Staley calls the timeout.
you play to win
I feel like
the
the whole
game.
team just stared down the line at him like,
We are
Serious?
who we thought they were.
You play to win the game.
But anyway, the Raiders get in,
Yep.
and they're going to play Cincinnati. And
Do you
I
think
mean-
they got a sneaky good rushing game?
Who?
I just think they're
Raiders.
a sneaky team all around.
Jacobs.
Yeah, Jacobs is very good.
It's going to be interesting.
How many yards
Two
did he
piss
rush for this
franchise who
year?
haven't won
Russ,
shit
check
in the last.
that up.
Oh, this
30
is a pissed
years.
Raiders team
Yeah.
more than any. They lost Henry Ruggs to a manslaughter charge, and then their cornerback who also committed a DUI, and then their head coach got fired because of.
Well, the one guy killed a woman in a fucking fiery
Yeah,
car
no,
crash.
that's I said a manslaughter.
Ruggs.
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah.
like
Henry
this
Ruggs.
team has
How-
literally should
How
not have
bad
been
could you
here.
fuck your life over?
And now they're
Living in
receiving
Vegas.
core
Hey,
is
watch me go
literally
100 miles an hour. And,
But why?
Yeah.
You know.
because he's a rich kid.
and now their receiving core is
I would
highlighted
just stay
by a
home.
guy by fucking Nelson Aguilar and Zay Jones, okay, and Darren Waller. But like,
I like
this
Waller.
team is still here.
good.
They're still fucking here, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And you can't.
This is the
deny
first time freaking what's his name has been in the freaking playoffs.
Derek Carr.
Derek Carr is his first
Really?
playoff
Yeah,
appearance.
because the last
Remember
time
the
he
last time he
ankle.
broke his ankle and he never
So
played.
Connor Cook played the last time.
That's right.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, Connor Cook played
Wow.
the last time.
You're gonna wait. You wait. Mark my words. Marcus Mariota is gonna fucking make a huge play and score a touchdown.
I hope he
gonna happen.
does. I love Marcus Mariota.
I'll take one too.
I know he's not.
Come on, let's
you
get
know,
on
up
it,
to
boy.
The caliber of some of these quarterbacks, but Marcus Mariota is one of my favorites, man.
I love him.
He's
I-
just a nice guy. Like,
Here-
he really
here-
is just.
I like
Here-
the way he approaches the game.
I-
He's not the best.
I
but-
never thought I would say this, but Cincinnati's receiving court might be.
the best in the
the-
NFL right now.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Hey, Tyler Boyd, Clareton, PA.
Yeah, buddy.
Clareton Bears, baby.
Clareton, PA.
Single A. Single A.
Are you
Where
going to
did- where's
mop
the-
up that mess there, Squire?
Ty Boyd, he played at what, Pitt.
Yeah.
Pitt
Yeah.
fan.
Pitt's,
And then-
Pitt's all-time leading
And
receiver.
then T. Higgins
Yeah.
and Jamar Chase.
I mean, how
You
how,
prove me
was-
wrong?
how big of a steal was T. Higgins in that second round for them?
Hey, man, you fucking proved me wrong, okay?
Tyler Boyd was his second round pick too.
I said get an offensive lineman. You
a
need to
dog
protect
at
him.
And we said that.
I
Remember going back to our
Go ahead
draft?
and do it.
You
You proved me wrong. I'm glad you did.
We
because,
talked
man,
about
Jamar-
that. Remember going back to our draft special, and we were talking about Joe
Yeah.
Burrow after being injured, how badly they needed to find a way to protect that cat.
We were like, what the fuck are they doing
What are they
when
doing?
they took Chase? Like,
Yeah.
are you stupid?
And now we're like,
wow,
hey,
okay,
good
hey,
idea.
really good pick,
good
guys.
decision. That was a great choice.
And now,
Fucking
and now the
asshole.
offensive
Hey,
line
remember-
is like throw it.
remember,
throw it
we're-
now. He's
we're
like,
We got
experts.
somebody
got-
on there?
yeah, it's our
your wife.
mom, you idiot.
Oh,
Shut
okay.
up.
All right. Well, why didn't she call in? That bitch should call in.
And now the offensive line is just like fucking throw it. He's open. I know he's fucking open. Just throw the damn ball, and he's open every time.
Yeah.
But how does Mixon run for 1,300 yards behind that shitty offensive
I'm just
line?
making a joke. That's
Yeah.
all.
No,
Yeah,
Mixon,
you're right,
but they're
Mixon
right.
rushed for 1205.
But still, but how you know?
He had 13 touchdowns, Joe Mixon. 13 rushing touchdowns.
How many years has he been in the league?
forever. It seems
I feel
like
like
Joe
the
Mixon?
He's been
Let's.
giving the
I can
Steelers
check. I
issues
can check
since I
here
was
real
a
quick.
kid.
Take
well,
a look.
him and what's his nuts from UNC. He was the
2000. Joe Mixon's-
Bernard. Gio Bernard was
Gio
there.
Bernard.
Joe
Those
Mixon's
two
only
seem-
been in the league for 5 years.
No,
He was
Bernard's
a
not there anymore.
No, I'm saying, but when they were together, there was
he was
it
a fourth
them
round
and-
pick in 2017.
Was he really?
Yeah.
He seems like he's been there forever.
I know. I feel
Joe
like
Mixon.
I've been seeing that name. forever.
Oklahoma. Remember he went through all that garbage with was it there was some sort of assault charge when he was in college? He punched a
That's
girl
why
in a
he
bar.
fell. That's why he fell in the draft.
I remember something about I think it was he slapped a girl or he punched a girl, she baited him and he fucking
Oh,
dropped that
I
hoe.
saw, I saw a joke about like the freaking what was it?
Oh yeah, that.
Ben Roethlisberger. It was just like this would have been the second time in Ben Roethlisberger's career that he got screwed over by mutual consent. Anyway, all right. If that game would have ended in a tie. So
Yeah.
anyway,
But it good for the Steelers. Ben goes out in the playoffs, and they could go out against Kansas City. They make it to the next round. I hope. I just want to see a really good game. That's what this is supposed to be.
Yeah.
You've made the playoffs. There should be no blowouts.
I'll say it now and I'll say it again in 2 weeks. It's about survival. It's not about style points.
Right.
You win, you move on. You don't think about the last
Survive. It's like that. What was it?
Survive advantage.
Survive in advance. I forget who said that,
game.
but it was
wearing the black jerseys, not the red ones. God,
who?
They're wearing the
Cincinnati.
blacks.
Who is?
Cincy.
Cincinnati. They're
So,
wearing the black
what
stuff.
channel's that on?
It's not on yet. It's not on for like another hour.
What?
Yeah, it's not on for another half hour.
Half hour we got.
So,
Oh, so this is a pregame show.
all right, next game though. But I think. Well, who do you guys think is going to win?
Are we making picks?
I took the
Are we making
Raiders.
picks?
Well, you did it because you
You want to? I'm
And
like,
I
Are
love
we
Max
making
and
picks?
Crosby. I got a good
Are we-
feeling about Max Crosby.
all right.
That motherfucker is going to get some sacks.
Motherfucker
today,
is
I think.
hot and he's going to get some sacks tonight.
He's got a 6 sleeve. He's going to fuck
Hunter Renfro. Look at him. He's actually deceptively really
All right,
good.
CJ, who you taking?
Well-
Raiders, Cincy. Who you taking?
I'm going to go Cincy.
All right. CJ's going Cincy. Viggs.
Oh,
Even though I love the silver and black.
this is one team who hasn't won anything since about before I was born. 32 years here. But another team who has been relevant since the 70s, but they want to be relevant. Let's see here. I think it's going to be – I want to take Cincy just because
Cincy.
I think they're going to be able to run the football a little bit more effective.
You picked the Raiders, though, right,
No,
Trey?
Raiders.
I'm going to go Raiders, too. I
actually heard a stat. The last time the Bengals won a playoff game, they beat the Houston Oilers. That's how long it's been.
Yep. Last
Well,
playoff
they
game
would have
was-
won it had, Adam Pac-Man
So
Jones
since-
could have kept his fighting stance down. but
Cincy
we don't
is
talk
a
about that.
6-point favorite, and the over-under on this game is 48.5.
Ooh.
What did you bet?
I took the money line.
Which
Uh,
was
It was
just took
plus,
six. Three-
plus 225 Raiders.
okay. It's plus 210 now as a money line.
I think I took it at 225.
Okay.
Okay. How
So
much did
they're
you bet?
Oh, I bet small, baby. I'm first year out of college. What
I
do
was
you
just
think?
asking.
I'm throwing 5 out.
Oh, okay.
dude, that much?
I bet a nickel. I'm gonna get myself some fit-
I
I
pitched
got
a
you
nickel.
$1.
All right, so we got Pats at Buffalo.
That's tonight.
Yep.
Yep.
Bills.
Ooh.
All right,
Man.
CJ.
I'm going Pats.
Are you really?
Listen, like I think like the one thing that has always pissed me off about Buffalo is that their run defense is not good. And I think if they go back to that film of where they succeeded last time, because dude, they won a game 14-10. Mac Jones threw the ball 3 times, and Damian Harris just kept fucking going. I think that Belichick is getting his guys ready for this, and like, don't worry about the past couple weeks. Just play our game now. I'm
All
going
right.
Pats.
What are you thinking?
This is I mean, New England on the road, first time in the playoffs since in the wild card round since like what was it, like 88 or something crazy I saw earlier.
What?
On
The
road.
wild on the road in the
in the wild card
round. Yeah.
Well, no, the Patriots played 2 years ago with it was Tom Brady's last year.
In the wild card?
Yeah, against the Titans. Remember, the Titans literally came in and beat them, and then went and took down the
I
Ravens.
think it was a home game.
No, I
think
said
it was in New
I said
England.
on the road.
on the road.
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
sorry.
What the fuck, son?
Yeah, what the fuck, CJ?
I don't know what I'm saying.
I can't bet against Bill Belichick right now.
You're saying Pats too?
Yes.
This is where he thrives, man. This is
I
where-
just think that he's got them.
Buffalo.
Oh, listen to this.
Trey,
guy.
you
He
going
gives us
Buffalo?
A little
No,
smirk, like
Buffalo.
You know what?
guys are idiots.
So am I. I'm going Bills. I just think Josh
I
Allen.
want Josh Allen to win. I just think
Josh Allen's going to take that hammer out, put it on the line.
Just
Let's
like
go
Bart
Belichick.
Scott said, take some Viagra, you'll be okay.
He
It gets
doesn't
your
need
blood
Viagra.
pumping.
I just don't see Mac Jones being able to deal with this kind of situation. It's just not what he's equipped to deal with yet.
I guess that national championship.
played
a
a
couple
national
months-
championship?
We're
last-
talking about the NFL.
Yeah, he's played for the same 2 coaches that literally everyone wants to play.
Don't
for.
give me that. This is a whole nother world.
He went out in the national championship with a bra for his tits. He's not winning an NFL playoff game tonight.
It's not the same in my
What
mind.
the
It's not the
fuck?
same.
as long as he doesn't turn the ball over and he's efficient,
Yeah,
it gives him a chance.
Well, the biggest thing is it's like CJ said. Can they establish a run game? If you can't establish a run
I
game,
mean,
and
I
you
think
got to
they-
put it on Mac Jones' shoulders. Sorry about your luck. You're not going to win it. You're not going to win in the NFL. I don't give a shit how good he was that he played in the
Yeah, but
national
Josh Allen has to
championship.
do the same against that pass
Yeah, but
defense,
Josh
who's
Allen,
really
Josh
good.
Allen is fucking beating more
He's-
teams with his feet than with his arm. Just as many with his arm. So
Bill Belichick knows that more than anybody.
okay,
I'm
you
just
know how
saying
much. You know I'm a Belichick
you're going up
fan. You
against
know I
the
still love that. I just
mastermind.
don't.
I just think they.
I think that the big key thing here is Mac Jones, and it's not that he's not a good young
Fucking
talent.
Jamar Chase with the goddamn. Oh wait, no, that's
I
T.
don't know.
Higgins with the gold.
I think Bill's gonna have Mac prepared more than he's ever been prepared in his life.
Oh, well, I hope you're right. Maybe it's not gonna bother me one bit if they win, because I'm a
Yeah,
Belichick dude. I love Belichick. All right, let's take a look at tomorrow's games. Let's move on. Tomorrow, 1:00 game is Philly at Tampa.
I am going Philly because of the fact that Tom Brady will be without both of his starting running backs. He will be without Fournette.
He's gonna
and
have
he will
fucking
be
Le'Veon.
Oh, then I'm definitely going fucking Eagles then. Fuck that dude. Definitely going Eagles then. Like that dude joined the Chiefs last year to go to the Super Bowl, and guess what? He got the ball like once.
Sorry, I can't.
Oh, no.
bet. I can't bet.
Oh
against
no,
Tom
no,
Brady.
I don't expect
Guy's
you to.
legend. It's
I don't expect-
Tampa Bay.
I don't
buddy.
expect you to. I just see
I mean-
something.
I mean, if Philly can shorten the game, run the ball, then obviously they're going to give themselves a chance.
because Sanders is going to play. He's going.
If-
Woody
they're going to get.
High.
Oh yeah, WOODY. Woody High.
I'm going Philly. I think that I see something in Philly right now that Jalen Hurts looks great. I think Jalen Hurts is special too. I've
yeah.
always been a fan of him.
Viggs?
So.
For Tampa?
You're going Tampa?
Tampa Bay, yeah.
I think everyone's going Tampa here.
I'm going Tampa.
Yeah, me too. I just
Appreciate you. No problem.
it wouldn't.
Hey, Pat, I need a beer.
It wouldn't surprise me if it
against the
was
spread. Against the spread in
It
the
wouldn't-
playoffs.
It
Just
wouldn't
saying.
surprise me if Philadelphia didn't win, just simply because of the depleted nature of the Buccaneers.
There's one
Especially
division-
if they can run the football.
There's one division that Tom Brady sucks up against in the playoffs, and that is the NFC East. He is 0-3 against the NFC East in big time games like that.
All right, let's move to the NFC. 49ers at Dallas. This is tomorrow's 4:30 game.
For the 49ers. Fuck the Cowboys. I'm not.
49ers.
I hope they thump them.
Go ahead, Viggs.
I'm going Niners too. The Cowboys are fucking.
And I always believe in Jimmy G.
Mike McCarthy's going to cost them the game because he is an idiot when it comes to time management.
After everything,
Like, even though
Jimmy
he's
G
a
went
Pittsburgh
through,
guy, he's a Pittsburgh dude. I'll respect him for that, but he cannot coach in terms of managing a game.
after everything that Jimmy G went through this year, and Trey Lance getting drafted, and everybody saying, "Well, this is it. You're gone. You're done." And guess what? He's in the fucking playoffs now. And
I'm
he's
going
not
Niners for that exact reason.
Yep.
I'm going Niners because
Clean
it's
sweep.
not Jimmy G. It's guys like Kittle. It's like their defense. It's freaking
Kittle's a dog.
yeah.
Bosa.
Norman's not though, so I don't care.
Well,
Josh Norman can lick ass.
yeah. Fuck him. I'm not a Norman fan. Fuck
He's
him.
a doucher.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's go afternoon game tomorrow, or evening game. Pittsburgh at Kansas City. CJ
Easy fucking pick. Oh,
Stillers.
no, I'll go Stillers.
You better
One la-
fucking say
one-
the Steelers.
One last time for Ben. Yeah, why not? Just go for Ben. He's been our quarterback for
Vigna.
fucking 14 years.
My heart says
for 7
Big Ben.
18 years, man.
my head says Chiefs.
Kansas City.
For 18 years, man, Ben's been.
That's
You
right.
know,
I'm not even
And
gonna.
let's be
I'm
real.
not
Don't
even
even
gonna.
ask.
I'm
Don't
not
even
even.
ask
I'm
me.
not.
I'm
I'm
gonna
not.
go take Vigna outside after.
One-on-one.
How dare you?
my
Pittsburgh
heart
native,
my
J-Town High, disrespectful.
my heart says Lurs. My head says Chiefs.
All right, and then
Sorry,
finally,
Kelsey's playing. If
the
Kelsey wasn't
douchey
playing,
Monday
I'd be
night
pissed
game,
off.
which could be huge. Arizona at the Rams, SoFi Stadium, $5 billion stadium.
I hope damn Cardinals fans overtake like damn Niners fans did. They were affecting the game. They didn't give us a chance.
Yeah, it's because everyone's outside making TikToks at that stadium. No one's fucking
Where?
watching football. In LA, no one's watching football.
Nobody cares about
Nobody
football
cares
now.
about football in LA.
They paid. I
LA's
think
not-
they paid like 4
It's a whole
point
different-
some odd. How much? Patrick, look up how much
No one
SoFi
cares
Stadium
about
cost to
football.
build.
No
I
one
think it's
cares
like
about football
$5
in LA.
billion.
No one cares about football.
I don't
Fucking
even-
Billion?
billion with a B.
No one cares
No
about
one cared. They
It's
should have
fucking
kept
crazy.
the Chargers. Should have stayed in San Diego because they actually cared about the team in San
No
Diego.
one cares about northern California. Nobody gives a fuck about football in Northern California.
Except the
Including in San
49ers.
Francisco.
Yeah,
Except
the
not even in
Niners.
San-
That's it.
Not even San Francisco.
Huh?
Because there's just shit everywhere on the ground. You can't.
Between 5 and 6 billion.
The
to
next
pay.
closest
what,
is
the
Las
naming rights?
Vegas.
No,
Or the
SoFi to be built.
Bit, like
With a B.
With a B.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, here we go. Final game: Arizona at the Rams. CJ,
Going Rams.
Rams.
Matt Stafford's had a good year. That trade changed everything for them. I think that
13-year career, never won in the playoffs. I'm not about to let him
he should have
start now.
won in that Dallas game a while ago, but that's fine. But
Fuck
yeah.
Matt Stafford. Fuck him.
Matthew Stafford is a liability. I think he gets his
I'm
own head.
going
He's
with the Rams just because, like, I don't believe in Cliff Kingsbury. That's just me.
Yeah. I just don't like fucking a 13-year veteran who they bought and who's never won a playoff game.
And who's had Megatron.
Cards.
Yeah.
I think the Cardinals are going to win. I think they got a little chip on their shoulder because they didn't win last week and didn't get a home playoff game.
Could be.
We're going Rams.
Rams. Why?
Stafford. It's his time.
Fuck him.
I like him.
And also, I mean,
He has had that shitty fucking team his whole career.
He had Megatron.
He had one guy.
Yeah. Yeah, freaking Joe Montana had Jerry Rice. He had one guy. He had 4 fucking rings.
Yeah, he also had Ronnie Lott, coach.
Yeah, well,
He also had great players on that defense as well.
Maybe at least
Okay.
one guy to block for him.
yeah. Well, all you have to do is do your job. Ronnie Lott, somebody completely different.
I know. I'm just.
All right.
There's your boy. There's your boy. There's your boy. Oh, he missed it.
There
There
he
he
is.
is,
There
right
he
there,
is.
Trey.
2
There he
years
is.
ago, man.
Oh,
Dude,
look at
it's
him.
Just fucking red as
Oh,
all hell.
Chris Sims.
All right.
Oh, here it comes. Look at Patrick.
Oh, look at the bartender. over
Look
here.
at him.
Tip your waiters.
Really? You only get 3 glasses? What the fuck?
No.
Wow,
man?
CJ.
There was one broke. Remember, it fell and broke.
Oh.
So there's a tasting glass over
Where
there.
did one fall and broke? What?
Yeah, it fell. It got knocked over. I think one of the cats knocked it over. Yeah.
You little asshole.
Just grab. It's right there on the.
I'm gonna get a glass for myself.
Why? They're right there on the. Oh, did I put them all away? I thought I put all the glass. All right, so I just thought we'd do a little bit of light and dark. So
You can't say that, coach.
what?
You can't say light and dark.
Why not?
Oh, what is it? Brownie stout. Oh, that
Yeah.
was good. I like the.
It's
I like
not
that.
very cold.
I like. Ooh.
It's not 100%
I
cold.
like the label.
We only need one right now, pal. I like the label. We need one.
Now that's a Western PA glass if I've ever seen it. Hoss's Family Steakhouse.
Oh, Hoss, how the hell yins doing? Where's the
Yeah.
buffet?
Yeah.
All right.
Haven't
So
been
the
to a
first-
Hoss's since
The
I
first beer we're going to
was
do,
10.
first beer, is called Sycamore. Sycamore Special Brownies. It's a chocolate stout. 7.3% alcohol by volume, which isn't over the top for a stout. It is brewed and canned in Charlotte, North Carolina.
I like the
a
label.
pinch of this and a dash of that into the mixing bowl. These brownies will take you to another dimension. Kind of
They
a
got the Ode to Canada on there with the maple leaf.
Oh,
yeah.
By the way, Juju Smith's just.
I saw he's playing. Yeah.
All right, so let's pour this in here. So let's remind Trey of our
Now you don't
our,
chug
ta-
it, Trey.
our tasting.
You don't chug this stuff.
What are you trying to say?
Listen.
Our rules for tasting are like this. So the first thing is
You had 6 beers on the show.
color. Pretty much.
I'm 255
Hey.
pounds. I'll just
Hey. Listen to how he tastes.
So we're going to take a look at the color and the smell. What's the first thing that hits it? The second thing is, with your first taste, is there a bite? Is there anything about that you recognize that would make it enjoyable? The third thing is there a lingering or aftertaste? Is there any kind of extra? And then finally, the last, and this is probably the most important factor in all of this, if you were at a party and they were serving this beer,
on a hot summer day.
are you going to go back and you're going to smash another one and another one after that? Are you going to go back and drink another beer? So
So it is dark to look just
it
by looking
smells
at it.
wonderful. It's got a very nutty, chocolatey aroma. CJ, is that bad? No. Very malty. Hey,
That's pretty good. Got a little maple. I'm getting a little maple.
It's just not as cold. That's
Yeah.
7.3%
Well,
too.
It's dark.
it's
a
malty.
stout if I've ever seen it.
Yeah,
Taste that maple in there.
it's very malty.
Little maple.
It's
little
actually
sap.
it doesn't have that. It doesn't have a bite.
No,
I don't-
smells wonderful. Smells like it has a great smell to it right off of there. Very, very chocolatey aroma.
And it's not like them IPAs that smell like.
Ass.
Yeah, no, really. Yeah.
You can cuss on here, Sonny.
You want some
It's-
popsicles?
All right, Herbert.
I just can't believe that's 7.3. I want to wake up Christmas morning and drink this.
But you know what? It's got a little bit of a crispness to it. There isn't any much of an aftertaste.
No, there's no bite at the end like that.
No real
fucking,
bite.
like,
No. And
It could-
we were talking about dark beers, stouts, and
It
porters
could-
and things like
Could
that.
be bad if you get into this.
And I was thinking that if it was colder, it would be better.
Yeah, that's.
But
my
we-
only-
you know-
Is this almost like a dessert type beer? Would you consider this a dessert flavored beer?
Maybe.
Because I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would.
But I don't think so now.
I don't know if I
It
would.
sounds like it would.
I don't know
Yeah.
if I would eat this with or drink this with steak. Because I would want to.
No.
One would want to enjoy this.
No, I would do that with the next one, which is our Pilsner beer. So Carlsberg makes a number of beers. This is pale gold in color. The elephant is rich in malty character with a hint of caramel balanced by a satisfying dry bitterness. Once enjoyed, never forgotten. This Carlsberg Premium Elephant Pilsner has been regarded as maybe, quite possibly, the best beer in the world. And that is their claim to fame. It's 7.2% alcohol by volume, but this is a Pilsner. Then we're going to knock the top off of this thing, and we're going to pass this around. It's got that great golden Pilsner look to it.
Oh yeah.
That's a
It's a
true
very-
Pilsner look.
I got a good feeling.
It has a great smell to it. Nothing over the top. One of the things when I look at hazy beers is typically whenever I try hazy beers, I run into two kinds of things with hazy beers. One is a bitter, and I'm not a bitters guy at all. I'm not an
Hate them
IPA, and
IPAs.
very rarely have we tasted IPAs on this show.
There's been
A handful over the
couple,
years.
but not.
Handful over the years. But the second thing is hazy beers tend to have an aftertaste. Even Hefeweizen, even some of those, they tend to have a just like a whatever aftertaste, and I'm not a big
Doesn't
fan of
smell
that.
bad.
It smells fruity.
So let's see it.
It smells like beer.
Pretty crisp, isn't it? How's it finish?
Nothing really much at all.
Nothing at the
I
end.
don't think there's anything at the
I
end.
like the first one better than this one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This is not a bad beer.
You know what I'm thinking though? I don't know why. It just doesn't. You know, it tastes like rubber.
Rubber.
That's just me.
rubber. I don't know. It's not
It's
bad.
But
Maybe it's because it doesn't finish as good as it should. It's very crisp on the front end. It's cold.
Right.
It doesn't have a bad taste to it.
This is very different from the first one because number one, it's a completely different beer, but like
This is a
the first
Pilsner
one's way
style.
better. There's
think?
more taste to the first one than there is in this one.
Yeah,
This
well,
one
that
just
by
doesn't
that's
have
by
it.
very its
but-
very nature that's what it's
But
going
the-
to do,
yeah,
though.
But with Pilsners, you're not going to get the flavor. The Pilsner's more of, the lighter, the hammer 'em down.
Oh,
Then it just still doesn't.
the difference being is that the difference being is that this is a European style Pilsner too. This
True.
is from Denmark, so
I mean,
based on its style.
I drink.
If
it.
I go to if I go to a bar in Europe and they're serving Carlsberg, are you going to drink it?
Yes,
I think
without
so.
a
I think I'm
doubt,
going to drink
would
it.
for sure.
Yeah.
This is something you could drink a lot more of.
Correct.
I think you could
Yes.
sit and pound these a little
Yes.
bit.
And versus the Sycamore might
I
or
wanna
the
enjoy
special
that. I
brownie.
want to enjoy that.
The
Similar.
special
Yeah.
This
special
might go down a little quicker.
Yeah.
the special brownie's got about
might have 3 of these, might have 12 of these. Just
yeah,
saying.
but you're going to get the freaking same ass beaten because this is 7.1 and this is 7.2.
That's 7.2.
This is 7.2, the
Wow.
one we just
Holy
sampled. So this
shit,
That's
Pilsner,
dangerous.
yeah.
That could be
So
lethal.
you're gonna be at a summer party, and I'm thinking that
I'm gonna
cold
be-
beer,
I'm
and you're drinking these, dude. You could be freaking down sunburn on your back because you're face down in the fucking grass. You know what I mean? You just fucking pass out, you fucking black out, talking smack,
Yeah.
and never get around to the brownies.
Nah,
Nope.
them brownies be safe.
Hey, save them brownie.
Save me a brownie. Hey,
By the
what
way,
are you
I'm
doing
hungry
over there?
now.
Hey, come on, fellas. Let's red up the area.
Oh! Spill.
Almost.
We got a
Almost.
spill
I
on
almost
the
got it.
laptop.
Cut him off. Oh,
Man down.
shit.
You're gonna man down.
Just a spill.
Cut
Just
you
a
off.
small one.
Oh.
You see how fast my cat like
Yeah,
quickness?
I see that.
Save that.
Yeah, that's a.
Here
You know
it
how
is.
much? You know how much my fucking laptop cost? Come on now.
It was your fault. Why are you telling us this?
I paid $140 for this thing.
Oh, that's not that.
I did.
bad
I got
for
it
a
on
laptop.
eBay for like 140. It has like no memory in it. I have all portable memory
Neither do
for it.
you.
It's all portable memory.
Neither do any of us because we're drinking these beers now.
Yeah. So.
Hey, you got the towel over your shoulder. You should
Or
get on the
keep it.
glory days.
Norm.
How's everybody doing today? No.
How we doing? You guys need somebody today?
So
And it's the restaurant color.
let's go back. Let's finish this. I'm liking the brownies.
Yeah.
I like that. Very surprisingly good beer. I would buy that again. I would drink it again.
I would sip on it
Sip.
for sure.
Yeah,
Now,
but one biggest thing, it has to be colder than what I had it for you. We only had a few hours to get it chilled, so maybe colder is even better. And then the Carlsberg, definitely sneak up, face down in the ground kind of thing. If you're not careful, summer party, ice cold beers in a cooler, Carlsberg's going to whip your ass. Definitely good enough taste for me. I would drink these, and eventually they're going to come back and. They have another Carlsberg brand that's not this. It comes in a green can. I'm expecting it to be very similar, but I picked this one just simply because the top part said possibly the best beer in the world.
Wow,
that's how they market it.
Fame.
Yeah. Well, those fucking Danes, they don't fucking know, right? Right. So there you go, CJ. I think we got 2 good beers. Oh, and we're shout out to the Near Food Mart. Raj at the Near Food Mart, fucking phenomenal selection down there. Almost as good as the Better Beer Store, just not as big. You go down to there in Winchester, Virginia, check out his selection. Ton. If you're an IPA drinker, you have to get to the Near Food Mart if you're an IPA drinker. He has a number of other things, got a bunch of European beers, number of different kinds for you to enjoy. Get down there. Check out Sycamore Special Brownies and get some freaking Carlsberg, man. There you go, CJ.
Appreciate you, Raj. I'll bring you a Steeler jersey tomorrow.
Stillers.
All right, so no house of the week this week. We're going to go enjoy some football. We'll be back here in 2 weeks once again for another live show.
Your mother said we get to go eat Mexican.
We get to go eat Mexican?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we're going to go enjoy some football, enjoy the games. We'll be back here in a couple weeks to talk to you guys once again. Go check out these beers.
Yes.
The show will be up here in a couple of hours. But guys, until next time, Trey, thank you for being here.
Thank
Viggs,
you.
Always,
as always.
See you around.
Always a pleasure.
Go
All right, guys.
Steelers.
Peace out.
Steelers.
Peace out. Love you guys.
See ya.